Hello viewers, welcome to CCLMS portal. I am Catherin, working as lecturer in zoology in Government Degree College Autonomous, Guntur. Today I am going to deal about the topic on systems of housing in a dairy farm. Before going to the lesson, let us learn the learning objectives of this lesson. At the end of the class, the students are able to understand about how some management related aspects affect dairy housing, the selection and location of dairy housing, key aspects of dairy housing, advantages of proper dairy housing, systems of housing, both loose housing system and conventional barn system, the types of conventional barn systems, that is tail to tail system and a head to head system. When we look at the introduction of this topic, animal housing is required to protect from inclement weather, provide clean, comfortable stay for good health of animals, and also for efficient management. In our country, the most widely prevalent practice is to tie the cows with a rope on a kacha floor, except some organized dairy farms belonging to government, cooperatives, or military, where proper housing facilities exist. If we don't provide good housing facilities, the animals will move too far in or out of the standing space, defecating all round and even causing trampling and wasting of feed by stepping into the mangers. So, adequate housing to animals is essential for increased milk production, better labor utilization, better health of animals, and disease control, and also for better care and management of animals. This results in production of high quality milk and a better profit of the farm. There are other management related aspects that should be taken care of along with dairy housing system. They are milking, feeding, healthcare and manure management. High investment is required for the housing of dairy animals, but it will also open possibilities to get high returns. Key issues for high returns are efficient feeding, reduction of losses, and efficient utilization of manure. There are advantages also in the individual cow management like heat detection, health control, and treatments, etc., in housing of dairy animals. So, in this picture, we can observe the management related aspects like feeding, milking, and health management. When we look at the key aspects of dairy housing, there are several key aspects. The first key aspect is space. Sufficient space allows the animals to move freely and gives them easy access to feed and water. The second one is feed. Animal feed should be available daily for at least 21 hours. The animals should be provided with well formulated feed. The next aspect is water. Like feed, clean water should also be available daily for 21 hours. The next aspect is air. There should be easy access to fresh and clean air in a dairy housing farm. The next aspect is light. Sufficient natural light and provision to maintain 6 hours of darkness for farm animals in a dairy house is essential for optimum production. Before going to learn about the systems of housing, we shall look about the selection and location of a dairy housing system. Selection of site is the most important aspect for the construction of dairy buildings. Factors to be considered when choosing land for dairy housing are fertile soil, no evidence of flooding during the wet season, convenience for transportation, proximity to milk collection centers, and year-round supply of sufficient clean water. The other important factors are distance from factories and to urban areas. The animals in the dairy housing are to be protected from high and low temperature levels, strong sunlight, heavy rainfall, high humidity, snowfall, and strong winds. Vast areas should be available to construct a dairy housing and give way to the future expansion of the dairy farm. There should be provision for proper drainage of rainwater and subsoil water, which keep a healthy environment and protects the building from dampness. A clean and smooth floor is also required for a proper grip that allows cows to walk comfortably. For disease control, the dairy animal house should be properly designed. Washable walls and easily drained floor control the spread of some dairy animal diseases. For hygienic disposal of wastes, suitable drainage system is to be designed. In a dairy house, dampness resistant surface should be used. When we look at the advantages of proper dairy housing system, the first advantage is proper housing protects the animals from sunburns, rain, hot and cold weather conditions. The other one is provides clean and comfortable shelter for dairy animals. Next one is optimum weight of the animal is maintained by setting feed levels on reliable quality supply of feed. Any change in animal feeding is identified and rectified if proper housing is arranged for the dairy animals. The next advantage is better utilization of labor, increased production of milk, production of higher quality milk, proper disease control can be seen, better care and supervision of animals, better reproductive efficiency of animals. These are all the various advantages of proper housing. India has varied climatic, geographical, and economical conditions. So, designing an ideal set of buildings for dairy animals throughout the country is impossible. Several types of housing are available. The farmer has to select housing system keeping in view the local environment and economic status. There are two housing systems for dairy animals. They are loose housing system and conventional barn system. Loose housing may be defined as a system where animals are kept in loose in open paddock throughout the day and night except at the time of milking and at the time of treatment. Common feed manger and water tank are provided. The dairy animals are fed with concentrates at the time of milking time. Milking is done in a separate milking barn in loose housing system in which cows are secured at a milking time. Half walls or plain wire fences of convenient height encloses the open paddock. In this picture, we can observe the animals are kept loose without tying them with chains in loose housing system. When we look at the advantages of loose housing system, they are cheaper to construct, flexible to utilize, and easier to expand when in need. Detection of animals in heat is very easy in loose housing system. The animals can be kept clean in loose housing system. The animals also get sufficient exercise, which is important for better health. They can move here and there in the open paddock. Clean milk production is possible as the animals are milked in a separate milking barn. When we look at the disadvantages of loose housing system, it is not suitable for temperate regions like Himalayas and heavy rainfall regions. This system requires more floor space. There will be competition for feed in this system. Attention on individual animal is not possible. A separate milking barn is essential for milking of dairy animals, which includes construction cost for this milking barn. The other housing system is conventional barn system. In this system of housing, the animals are confined on a platform together and secured with a neck chain. The animals are fed as well as milked in the same barn. The barns are covered with roofs. To get more ventilation and lighting, side walls are arranged with windows or ventilators at suitable places. This system of housing is suitable for temperature and heavy rainfall regions. It can be utilized for the tropical regions also with slight modifications. The conventional barns are costly and now becoming less popular day by day. Animals are well protected from adverse climatic conditions in this system of housing. This system of housing is also called stanchion barn. In this picture, we can see the animals are tied with chains and they are fed in the mangers. When we look at the advantages of conventional barn system, The first advantage is animals are less exposed to harsh environment as the house is fully covered, as we have seen in the last slide. The animals are kept clean. Diseases are better controlled. Individual care can be given to the animals in this type of housing system. A separate milking barn is not required. So the cost of construction for milking parlor is not necessary in case of a conventional barn system as the animals are milked at the same place. What are the disadvantages of conventional barn system? When we look at the disadvantages of conventional barn system, they are not suitable for hot and humid climatic conditions. Cost of construction is more. Future expansion of the farm is also very difficult in case of conventional barn systems. When we look at the types of conventional barn systems, there are two types. First one is single row system and the other one is double row system. In the single row system, 12 to 16 numbers of animals can be kept. In double row system, if animals are more than 16, then a double row system is preferable. In a single shed, in a double row system, up to 50 animals can be kept. If the animals number exceeds 50, another shed should be constructed. And two sheds should have a distance of about 30 feet or greater at least. The double row system is of two types again. They are tail to tail system and head to head system. When we look at the first system in a double row system, that is tail to tail system, in this system the central passage is located in the center of the shed. So we can see here in this picture a central passage is present. A central passage is present here between the two rows of animals. So it is present in this system and the animals' tails are facing towards one another. So that's why this system is called as tail to tail system. So in this system 125 to 150 man hours of labor are required per cow per year. So we can see, observe the animals which are facing their tails towards one another in tail to tail system. So when we look at the advantages of tail to tail system, the first advantage is the danger of spreading diseases from animal to animal is less as they are not facing with one another directly with their faces. So there will be less transmission of diseases in this system. The next advantage is animals get fresh air from outside as they face the walls with windows. So at the side of the walls we can have windows. We have already discussed in conventional barn system the entire house is covered. So the side walls will have windows as the animals are facing the walls as they have windows. The fresh air will get into the barn through these windows. So animals get fresh air from outside through these windows. The next advantage is spreading of disease through respiration is minimum as they are not facing with one another. Respiration through respiration spread of diseases is minimized in case of this type of tail to tail system. Then cleaning of animals is also very easy. Then the next advantage is as there is a wide middle alley. Alley means nothing but the passage. As the passage is there, already we have discussed, a central passage will be present in the middle of the shed. So as the passage is there, it is very free to move to the supervisors or to the farmers or to the managers who performs so many activities like milking, etc., supervision, etc. So here a wide middle alley is of great advantage in cleaning as well as milking of animals. The next system is head to head system in a double row system. So in head-to-head system, the distribution of feed, the animals will be facing, as we have seen, the animals facing their tails with one another in a tail-to-tail system. The previous slide we have discussed. So in this system, the head of the animals are facing with one another in head-to-head system. So the distribution of feed and fodder to the animals can be done simultaneously on both sides of feed mangers. In case of tail to tail system, at the same time we can't distribute the feed and fodder to the animals. So, but in case of head to head system, so in case of tail to tail system, as we have to provide animals the feed and fodder separately, separately, it requires more labor. But in case of head to head system, that labor service will be less. So here in head-to-head system, distribution of feed and fodder to the animals can be done simultaneously on both sides of the feed mangers. Feed mangers will be arranged in a row. So they can distribute the feed in the feed mangers simultaneously as in case of head-to-head system. When we look at the advantages of head-to-head system, getting animals in the shed is also very easy in case of head-to-head system. Feeding animals is very easy. Dairy cows make a better showing for visitors. So, in case of a head-to-head system, the same central passage is present between the two rows of animals. So, when the visitors come and visit the farm, they can see the animals directly. But in case of tail-to-tail system, the animals can't be seen with their faces, as the faces of the animals are facing towards the walls. So, but in case of head-to-head system, here the animals can be seen very easily when the visitors enter the middle passage of the shed. So these are all the various advantages of a head-to-head system. And what are the disadvantages of head-to-head system? So when we look at the disadvantages of head-to-head system, milking supervision is very difficult in case of head-to-head system. As the animals are facing towards the walls, the tails are facing towards the walls, milking supervision is very difficult in case of this head-to-head system. Possibilities of disease transmission is more as the animals are facing with their faces with one another. There is every possibility of getting diseases or spread of diseases through respiration is more in case of a head-to-head system. So these are all the various kinds of systems of housing of dairy animals, that is both loose housing system and conventional house system. And conventional barn system is also called as a stanchion barn system. And in conventional barn system, we have seen two types of system, single row system and double row system. In double row system, again, we are having head to head system and tail to tail system. So this is about the systems of housing in dairy animals. Thank you all.